everybody, this is your daily tarot reading for Sunday the 26th of March. Thank you for joining me. It's really nice to be with you today. I'm using the Cosmic Tarot, so let's have a look at what's coming up today and what energy you'll be working with. Okay. The message that I'm getting is we've got a choice here. We've got people wandering about aimlessly and feeling lost and kind of not knowing what it is that their purpose is. And then here in the middle, we really have someone who is truly at peace, who's truly connected, and who isn't wandering at all. So that's really, I think, what the energy about the day is really going to be. The choice between a sense of connection and being in tune with the higher self, with the universe, versus trying to somehow discern some meaning or trying to glean some answers from the outside world. First card that we've got is the Seven of Pentacles. And usually the Seven of Pentacles is about looking back on your work and seeing the work that you've done and taking a rest or reflecting on the energy that you've put into things and having a sense of pride and looking back on it and saying, you know, pat on the back, job well done. In this case, this man, he's looking at what he once had. Things are now ruined. The ravens or vultures are sitting in the background waiting for things to just, you know, decay and go to waste. And he's looking at things and he's certainly seeing things from the perspective of, this was once glorious and this is what I worked so hard on, and now nothing is left and it's all ruined and I've lost everything. So this is someone who's looking at the physical side of his life and the work that he's done and really coming to the realization that it hasn't stood the test of time, it hasn't lasted, and that if he wants to create something wonderful, he's going to have to pick himself up again and work even harder. And that can be a daunting prospect, especially if you feel like you've put everything into something and you've worked really, really hard to achieve. So there's a sense of disappointment here. The Eight of Swords is about being stuck, and it's about emotionally being disconnected, and it's kind of being like in this twilight zone haze and fog of not knowing everything, having people near you but being totally disconnected from them, wandering around, no direction, everything seems meaningless, everything seems pointless, and you don't know what the answers are. So both of these situations are really negative, and if you try and get some sort of meaning and pleasure and confidence from past achievements today, you're going to be disappointed. And also, if you try and discover and find out what the next step is by going into your mind and thinking about things and saying, okay, I'm going to use logic to move ahead with my life and just keep doing the things I've always done them, you're also going to find that's difficult. The only way to move forward on this day is the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is about moving forward. The Three is about new beginnings. And these lotus flowers here represent spirituality. She's meditating, she's connecting with Source, and the new beginning, the way forward, happens because she's a medium between the higher realms, the higher self, the universe, and the physical, practical earth, and she is getting information, she's downloading the information which tells her what the new beginning is and how she should proceed. Okay, so she's not looking back on the work she did a year ago and saying, okay, I need to do more of the same. Because if she does, she'll see that it's no longer relevant, it's no longer up to date, it wouldn't be useful, and she'd be a bit disappointed. Nor is she saying, okay, this is what I've learned, this is what I've always done, therefore this is what I'm just going to repeat, and I'm going to think about it, and I'm going to just use my intellect to get through this situation, because she wouldn't find a way forward either. She is bypassing all of these things that are of the real world, of the physical world, and of the intellectual mental world, and she's going directly to the source of all things, and she's meditating and she's tuning in, and that's what's going to help her move forward. So basically the message for today is, don't try and replicate what you've done in the past. Instead, Sit down and meditate for 10 or 20 minutes and connect to source, connect to something bigger than yourself, and see what new information you get in and what new doorways and new paths that opens up for you. And then trust the information that you get and put the left foot in front of the right foot and walk in the direction that you're being told to go in. And that's going to take you somewhere completely new. And that's going to really open these new blossoms in your life. And that's going to open this cornucopia of fulfillment and abundance and love and prosperity onto you, because that's what the nature of the universe is. And by connecting with it and by listening to its instructions, that's what your life starts to reflect. So this is a turning point, and whether you're 18 or you're 80, doesn't really matter. It's not about repeating things in the past, and it's not just sitting in your own head and in your own ego. It's connecting to the universe, and today particularly asking the universe, what is it that I need to know today? What is it that you want me to be aware of? What is it that you want me to move ahead with? What is it that you want me to start and begin? So it's getting out of your own way and not being so certain about who you are and what your expertise are and the way you think and what your values are and where you come from and what your background is. Put all of that aside. There's real potential to be reborn here today and to reincarnate in this lifetime in some sort of totally different fashion, depending on what the universe really has planned for you. And it doesn't matter if you've been off track for the last 20 years or if you've been off track for the last 2 hours. It really doesn't matter. As long as you connect, you will find the right way forward and the universe will lead you in the right direction. It's an amazing day of personal transformation, and this is an opportunity to really become the person you've always wanted to be and to maximize your true potential. 7 and 3 is 10, and 8 is 18. 1 and 8 is 9, and 9 is about spirituality and completion. So that's where you've got to go for answers, spirit. And the different people have different ways of connecting. I do transcendental meditation, which I swear by. It really works for me. Other people use mindfulness, Buddhist meditation, walking meditation. Other people just walk in nature. For other people, doing yoga or painting or writing is a form of meditation. It's whatever gets you to that place of, I'm connected to something bigger. I feel like I'm near to the flow of life. I'm near to some greater consciousness. Whatever format gets you to that place, make sure you use that today, because that's where your answers and very significant, meaningful answers are going to come from, and they will enrich your life. If you'd like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. We can look at what the tarot has to say in terms of what's coming up for you, or we can look at your astrology. We can look at your birth chart, your transits in terms of what's coming up in future, your solar return chart if it's been your birthday. So the website is gregoryscott.com. Just click on the readings tab to order your reading. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.